but Jerry smacked shit. Oh. Oh. Oh, he ain't smack him. Pulled his beard. Pulled his beard. Cheap. Yeah, he's pulling my beard a lot. Oh, that's that. That's the other way around. Shut the fuck up. I'm broadcasting on YouTube right now. Fuck you too. Watch my broadcast. Tomorrow. Alright, watch my broadcast, loser. Taking years. I'm gonna rush you. I'm gonna rush you. You rush me every time. Go get some water. Oh yeah, now she watching.
There'll be a lot of chatter now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Still has down.
And he will stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Allen.
That shit going the wrong way and shit.
Throw, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off.
Yeah, I'm broadcasting on my YouTube. Close the app and open it.
That play. Good news.
He was just on here.
And start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, sometimes the fake punts work out. They're fun, and you're so smart for doing it. And sometimes, Charles, what happens is an epic fail, and what we just saw was an epic fail.
And you're right about that, because the key here is the element of surprise. You have to catch a defense completely unaware.
Yeah, I was back.
Unfortunately, some of them tipped it off, or they were just well coached and on their toes.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now here's another carry for Harris. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And this is why aggressive coordinators love to blitz.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, folks.
Their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And sneak attack. They're going to run for it. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake, but when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen, he's got room at the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles. And Cook will get in for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown pass to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And some room to work. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They run again with Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Kenny Pickett connecting with Deontay Johnson. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. And that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Bills getting set to go. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw, it's Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Singletary will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there.
Welcome to the video, folks.
Still all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Pickett. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And out across midfield down to the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And that is incomplete. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. Now Pickett on 4th down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because this 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Partner, you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. For the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stormtroopers, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
That's good for 28 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The drive will start with an option going left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's complete to Cook. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield. The running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre and post snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Allen going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Arthur Maulet. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up. But it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Pickett back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite of a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go right back to Singletary. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Cook up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Looking to throw, Pickett. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps...
Touchdown, Bills! Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Allen. This is caught. Touchdown. Jamison Crowder. 26 yards. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 40 yards on the ground for him so far. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Fights through it. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Singletary again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I